Welcome to Ontario Construction News Daily Podcast, Wednesday, February 12, 2025. We're kicking things off with a look at President Trump's renewed tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum, sparking concerns amongst producers and prompting calls for swift government action. And later, we'll be highlighting a major investment in accelerating housing construction, bringing much-needed homes to communities across the province. Stay tuned. President Trump has reinstated 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports, including from Canada, starting March 4th. He claims this will make America rich again, reversing exemptions granted in 2018. Canada's steel producers are deeply concerned, citing major disruptions from similar tariffs in the past. Industry Minister François-Philippe Champagne called the tariffs unjustified and promised a strong response, noting Canadian steel supports key U.S. industries. This comes just a week after Trump temporarily paused the tariffs, and echoes measures from 2018, which were later lifted. Ontario Premier Doug Ford says he's already spoken with steel producers and will act swiftly. The move is expected to cause significant backlash from Canada. President Trump's new tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum have the United Steelworkers Union calling for immediate and strong retaliation. The union's national director for Canada, Marty Warren, says these tariffs are a direct attack on Canadian workers and communities, threatening thousands of jobs. He's urging the Canadian government to respond with counter-tariffs, support for affected industries, and a focus on using Canadian steel and aluminum in government projects. The union warns that this could also lead to a flood of cheaper metal from other countries, further hurting Canadian businesses. The USW president echoed these concerns, stating that these tariffs are a reckless move that will only harm workers on both sides of the border. They're vowing to keep the pressure on all levels of government for decisive action to protect Canadian jobs and the steel and aluminum industries. Canada's pumping millions into speeding up housing construction. North Bay is getting over $10 million to build almost 340 homes in the next 3 years. That's part of a bigger plan to build over 4,000 homes in the next decade. This is all thanks to the Housing Accelerator Fund, a massive $4.4 billion program. North Bay's plan includes zoning changes to allow more housing units, fee cuts to make things cheaper, and faster approvals. It's all about getting more homes built quicker. And this is just one example of how the fund is working across the country, already helping create or repair hundreds of thousands of homes. Ottawa's Auditor General recently released a report on the city's building code services. The report found inconsistencies in how the city documents its work before issuing building permits. While inspections were happening, the paperwork didn't always show that all necessary steps were taken. Some specific complaints were confirmed, but others couldn't be fully investigated due to a lack of information. To fix this, the city's planning to improve its record-keeping, implement a risk-based quality assurance program, and hire more staff. The chief building official has already agreed to all the recommendations. The city is also upgrading its software, which should help with record-keeping in the future. Big news for the Canadian construction industry. The CCA's annual conference is hitting Quebec City from March 11th to the 14th at the Fairmont Chateau Frontenac. Expect around 500 industry pros to be there. Kicking things off is a session on Canadian politics with renowned journalist Chantal Heber, giving her take on the shifting political landscape, especially exciting given the recent Liberal leadership change. The following day features CCA President Rodrigue Gilbert alongside other industry leaders discussing big business trends and growth opportunities. There's also a session diving into some serious issues facing the industry's future, like political polarization and resource mismanagement. Sounds like a packed few days. Head to the link in the show notes to register, but hurry, space is limited. That's all the time we have for today's Ontario Construction News Daily Podcast, Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates next time. We created this podcast with the help of AI. Thanks for listening. You and your company be interested in becoming the featured sponsor for only $495 a month? Reach out to Chase via email chase@ontarioconstructionnews.com to get more details.